Hi, I'm Movie Man Eric Houston, and this is Every Movie Ever, the show where we're watching every movie ever made. And I just watched Shock Treatment. Now, this was not my first time with Shock Treatment. I've seen it exactly once before, and on that viewing, I think I liked it but didn't love it, and now I'm officially in the love camp. If you don't know what Shock Treatment is, frankly, I am not surprised. This movie is definitely on the obscure end of the spectrum. It was a movie that I first heard about when I was in high school and was dying to see for years. Very difficult to come by, not a movie that was easy to get my hands on. Showed up on YouTube a few years ago. I watched it then, and frankly, that's where I watched it this time. So if this review intrigues you, please run over, watch the whole thing. I think it's a treat. Shock Treatment is the erstwhile sequel to the Rocky Horror Picture Show. It's another movie from the mind of Richard O'Brien. I want to make sure that I have that right, because I feel like sometimes I mess up his name, but I am right this time. Richard O'Brien, who wrote the songs, who created Rocky Horror Picture Show, and plays Riff Raff in that movie. Well, he's back with more songs and a new character. He's always described this as sort of a sideways sequel to the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and I think that makes a lot of sense. In this one, Brad and Janet are back, but it's unclear if they've experienced Rocky Horror. They are a young married couple, and they live in I think the town is called Denton.
This is the Mecca of America,
the Bethlehem of the West.
This is the birthplace of the virtuous,
the home of happiness.
Leisure-wise, we're sure you will adapt.
Enjoy your stay. Have a happy holiday.
Have a long good Denton, Denton on the map. Denton, Denton, you've got no pretension. You're where the heart is, you're okay.
But Denton is an unusual town because it's a town that is also a television studio. The entire town has been swept up into one big TV studio. I understand that this sounds kind of weird. And the people who live in the town, they sit in the audience and they watch these TV shows live as they're being recorded. And then people are selected from the audience to live out the TV shows. And at one point, Brad is committed to the sanitarium, to sort of a medical TV show, while Janet is pulled aside to be a new star.
Well, first you go rip, rip, rip. Then you go snip, snip, snip. Then you're whipping a zip, zip, zip. Split it up to the hip, hip, hip.
Watching Shock Treatment in 2025, it's easy to see how the movie didn't connect with audiences when it was initially released in 1981. It's dramatically ahead of its time. It's a movie that doesn't perfectly predict the reality TV age, but definitely sees it coming and is definitely a sort of filmic Cassandra for, I think, the reality we live in, which is so dominated not just by reality television, but by the 24-hour news cycle and by social media, and especially TikTok as a video, platform. From that aspect, it's a fascinating movie. As a movie itself, it's really entertaining. It looks great. Lots of deep red and colors in it. The production design is really terrific. The music's really good. It's not as good as Rocky Horror, but there are a couple of distinct bangers in here. I really like the Night Night song.
Night, night, it's time for bye-byes. It's been a great day, thanks a heap. Now it's time for everyone to go to sleep.
And I really like the title song. Shock Treatment is an absolute banger.
But if you open your heart to a smooth operator, he'll take you for all that you've got. He'll hand you a curse that'll be with you later. It'll shake you the way he takes off, like a shot. You need a bit of ooh, shock treatment. Get you jumping like a real live wire. Need a bit of ooh, shock treatment. So look out, mister, don't you blow your last resistor for a pistol that'll mystify ya.
A lot of the cast of Rocky Horror is back. Sadly, Tim Curry's not here, but Richard O'Brien is back as a sort of demented physician who's maybe not a physician. Patricia O'Quinn is back. She's Magenta in Rocky Horror. She is another physician working with Richard O'Brien. Little Nell, my absolute favorite from Rocky Horror, and a very important actor and character to me in my life. She's back as a nurse, and she brings her amazing singing voice with her.
You're blinded by romance, you're blinded by science. Your condition is critically grave. But don't expect mercy from such an alliance. Suspicion of tradition, so you wave.
Also here is Jessica Harper as Janet. Now, Susan Sarandon is probably a better Janet, but I like Jessica Harper an awful lot. She has an interesting look and another really interesting singing voice.
I hope that you smile when you reach your conclusion. I hope that you notice what you say. But if it should mean that the party is over, you should know that I still love you. You should know that I still love you. You should know that I still love you in my own way.
And just is a welcoming screen presence. You might be familiar with her from Suspiria, one of my all-time favorite movies, and from Phantom of the Paradise, a really welcome genre presence here in Shock Treatment. Shock Treatment is a really underseen movie. When I'm recording these reviews, I'm often referencing my Letterboxd account here for a little bit of information. And according to Letterboxd, only a few thousand people have watched this movie on that site. And that's an app for, moving dorks. So for it to be this underseen is, I think, an absolute crime. I would encourage you to go and seek out Shock Treatment, especially if you're a Rocky Horror fan. Shock Treatment, 4 stars.